Welcome to Anil TV Education. Today we will discuss about the 10th class lessons. Today we will discuss first unit, so that is personality. So here what is meant by personality? So here personality development. So here if we are healthy, then only we can do any work, or we can move anything with the help of our personalities only. So here we will discuss about the first topic is our personality development. So in this personality development, so here you see this is the face sheet. So here look at the pictures and answer the question. So this is the face sheet. So here in this some pictures are given. So here in this Sudha Chandran, Stephen Havoc, Helen Keller. So these are some personality disabled persons. So they achieved with the encouragement of their parents. So here when we have hope, when we keep our hopes positively, then we can achieve anything. So here in this personality development we will learn about Nick Vijayasee. So here you see first reading, a reading is attitude is altitude. So here reading, imagine having no arms to stretch in the morning to help you scratch that inches, to allow you to wrap your arms around your loved ones. Imagine having no legs to kick pebbles down the streets, to walk or run, to bicycle or skateboard or get you from point A to point B. Then imagine both at once. What is Nick want? Nick Vijayasee has faced his whole life. Have you heard about something like this before? So here he did not have any hands and legs. So here Nick Vijayasee is a person, a boy with a disabled person. So he did not have any hands, arms. So suppose you imagine that if he did not have hands, how can he do his work himselfly? How can he stretch his hands? And how can, suppose if any mosquito or housefly, anything that lies on him, how can he express his this? Such things are difficult to imagine. Such the problems has been faced nowadays. We are seeing so many persons, so such type of problems they are facing. So how they can overcome with these problems, now let us see this briefly. Nick Vijayasee was born with no arms and legs, but he does not let the detail stop him. The brave 26 years old, who is mainly a tross, playing football and glove swimming despite having no limbs. So here you see the Nick Vijayasee is the name of a boy. So he did not have his arms and legs. So if having no arms and legs, what we will do? So we will think that we cannot do anything. So we will stop it. We will think in negative way. So it is not possible for me. We can't do anything. So but he did not keep like this. So he have strength, and his parents are also encouraged him, so that he motivated them, so that he can achieve. So he did, but he did not tell to details to stop him. So his parents are said, always you can do it, you can do it. So he started practicing from the childhood onwards. So now when he reached 26 years old, who was mainly a toss. Tross is nothing but main part of a body. So here he is a disabled person, no? So he practiced how to play football, glove, swimming, stuff, despite having no limbs. So here he did not have any arms or hands. So legs also, with even though he tried, he encouraged. So that's why he keep positive mode. So he motivated and he achieved it. Nick has a small foot on his left hip, which helps him balance and enables him to kick. He uses his one foot to type one with a pen and pick things up between his toes. So here Nick has a small foot. So small foot with the help of his hip. So he practiced to make the balanced body. So he whatever his body weight he has, he maintained to keep balance with on his left hip, so that he practiced and he succeeded in that. So with the help of his hips he maintained his total body weight and enables him to kick. With the balancing of that, with the help of them, he kick with his body. He used his one foot to type. So he had one leg, so with that one foot he used to type and write with a pen and pick up things between his toes. So here how such difficult things are there. So he is a disabled person and he tried it, so he practiced. So here in proverb is there, when practice makes a man perfect. So here he continuously practiced, at last one day he succeeded in that. I call it my chicken drumsticks, joked Nick, who was born in Melbourne, Australia, but now lived in Los Angeles. I did be lost without it. So here Los Angeles is nothing but it is a name of the place. So here he called his foot as a drumsticks. So here for joking purpose he said that it looks like his foot looks like a drumstick. So he was born in Melbourne in Australia. So but now lives in Los Angeles. So I did be lost without it. Due to his faith as a evangelical Christian, Nick has chosen to remain a virgin until marriage. So here he decided that, so here he belongs to a Christian and Nick has to chosen to remain a virgin until marriage. So here he decided that he should not do marriage. So here he is very modest, but he gets married proposal from women all the time, said Nick's friends and publicity Stevie appeal from Los Angeles. So here his friends and relatives, everyone are motivated to marry him, so that if he do marry, so other persons will take care of him. So that's why his friends and forces to do marriage. So but he refused. So here so many girls are proposed to him for marriage. So here publicity step appeal from Los Angeles. He would love to get married and start a family, but he is waiting for the right girl to come along. So here he also decided to marry one girl, but he is searching for a girl, so that the girl should be understand him and it should be chosen correct girl for him. So that's why he is waiting for that girl. Water sports aren't Nick's only things. He can play golf with a cub. So here he not only liked the swimming, but also other sports also he played. So he plays golf with cubs, football. So such games also he played very well. He tucked under his chin and is a huge fan of the English Premier League. So here He played this under with his cheek. So here he is playing wolf. So where he is, he don't have arms and legs, no. So he using his body parts. So for golfing truck, he used under his chin. So here his parents decided not to send him to a special school, a decision he said was very hard for him, but which may have been the best decision they could have made for him. So here, so those who are physically disabled person, so we have special schools, so that deaf and dumb like schools are there. So in that, so some disabled persons will go and they practice them how to read and how to write. So here all are forced to join them in that physical disabled school, but here the parents, his parents, Nick's parents did not wanted to join in that school. So here the decision he said was very hard for him, but which may have been the best decision they could have made for him. So here the parents did not agree to send him to disabled special school. So they forced him to join in the regular school, and the parents thought that he can do it anything. So with how, so here the parents are giving supported to him. So here Nick thought that, so here my parents are not sending me to special school, means so they are thinking more than that, so I have to do hard work. When Nick was born, his father was so shocked that he left the hospital room to vomit. His distraught mother could not bring herself to hold him until he was 4 months old. So here, when the Nick was born, so he was born with disabled. So by hearing that words, his father did not wanted to see him. So he left the hospital room to vomit. So here her mother, so Nick's mother could not bring herself to hold himself. So up till 4 months, when the Nick was 4 months old, so at that time he compromised his father. At that time Nick's father supported that Nick's. His disable came without any medical explanation, a rare occurrence called procomelia. So here disable come without any medical reason. So if there is any disables, there is some medical reason, so there is some reason for that. So here he automatically born with disable. So here though there is no explanation for them, such rare occurrence. So such rare things happen, such type it is called as procomelia. We call it them as procomelia. And Nick and his parents spent many years asking why this cruel trick would happen to them. So they are always thinking that, their parents are thinking about that, why this happened to our son. What is the reason why the God has given only one child? What is the reason he born with disable? My mother was a nurse and she did everything right during pregnancy, but still blamed herself, he said. So here her mother, Nick's mother, works as a nurse. So here she did everything right during pregnancy. So whatever the precautions are given by the doctor, so here the Nick's mother has been followed that one, even though the child was born with disable. It was so hard for them, but right from the start, they did their best to make me independent. So Here it is very hard. Why? Because if the child is born with a disable, so here the mother and father have to take care for each and every second for the child. So it is for nowadays, if we won't do that much, patience is not there for us. So here the parents had worked so hard to take care of their child, and they made that child independently. So here making independently means, so here the Nick had learned to practice himself, how he can write himself, he can bath himself, he can eat in himself. So one should not depend upon others. So here the Nick's parents had practiced him to do his work independently. My dad put me in the water at 18 months and gave the courage to learn how to swim. So here when Nick was 18 years old, so his father put him into the water. So if he put in the water, so he did not have any arms, so how can he take his breath, how can he come out from the water? So here he learned from the age of 18 months. So he practiced how to swim, how to come out from that, how to move their body movements. So such type he practiced at the age, and his parents had been encouraged so that he can do it, you can do it, means he learned how to swim at the age of 18 months. I also got really into football and skateboard. I totally love the English Premium League. So here he also really got into the football. So he practiced football and skateboard. So I totally loved English Premium League. So here Nick's father was a computer program and accountant, and he taught his little son how to type with his toes at just 6 years old. His mom invented a special plastic device that meant he could hold a pen and pencil. So here Nick's father was a computer programmer and he also accountant, and he taught his son how to type with his toes. So here he don't have any hands and legs, no, so he had only one left foot. So with that foot he practiced with the help of toes how to write, how to type the keyboard. So his mom invented a special device. So here he is with that made up of plastic, so it is useful to hold pen or pencil. So with the grip only he can write, no, so we can write with the fingers. So we use thumb and finger. So here despite the risk of being bullied, his parents insisted Nick on attending mainstream schools. It was the best decision that could have been made for me, added Nick, who later achieved a degree in financial planning and real estate. It was very hard, but it gave me independence. So here his parents insisted to attend mainstream schools. So he did not join in special school. So how the regular schools are there, so in that mainstream schools he joined in. It was the best decision they could made for me. So here the Nick thought that whatever the decision has taken by my parents, it is good for me. They think more than better for me. So who later achieved, so he achieved a degree in which he got the degree means in financial planning and real estate. So he completed his graduation in financial planning and real estate. It is very hard for him, but it gives me independence. So if once we lost our hope, so we will no, if we lose our hope, we can't succeed in our life. So here, but Nix has a strength and his parents has been encouraged and always with him. So with their support, he able to write and he able to play games and he able to make the degree and he become a degree. He got a degree in financial assistant, financial planning and real estate. Nick, who was teased and bullied, had an electrical wheelchair for mobility and a team of carers to help him. So here, the Nick's parents has been take care of him. So here, he burned with a disabled person. So in the absence of his parents, so he appointed him. The parents had been appointed a caretaker for him. So and he for any moving, so he can't have legs, no, how can he move from one place to another place? So they arranged electrical wheelchair for mobility. So always one person is not available in certain situation. In the absence of any person, he can do his work only, no. So that's why their parents has arranged a wheelchair with electrical mobility. So with the help of electrical, he can move from one place to another place and a team of carers for to help him. So if have anything, he needs anything, suppose you think he need water, so is there anyone to give him water? No. So such purpose, so there are some appointed some caretakers. I was deeply depressed when I was 8 years old, he said. I went to my mom crying and told her I want to kill myself. So here Nick was deeply depressed. So means here he got in depressed, means he was always disappointed. Why he was disappointed means why I burned with disabled. So other when comes to other people's, other children are playing, so they are going from one place to another place. So here they are sitting together and talking together. But here when comes to the Nick, he born with disabled. So no one can stay with him. So he was always think lonely. So that's why when the age of 8 years, so he went to his mom's and cryingly he said that why I has been burned like the. So here I wanted to kill myself. So that much he had been disappointed. At that time her parents, her mother and his father had been encouraged him. I felt cold and bitter. I hated God for doing this to me and one was terrified of what would happen when my parents weren't there to look after me. So here I felt with cold. So when a person is suffering from cold means, so his nostrils, so here nostrils means he gets sneezing. So such one, so if there is any person should be there. So here to clean his nose. Is it possible? So if unknown person, if any caretaker are there, he always clean his nose? No, it is not possible. So here her mother did not hated, he did not, so she did not hesitated. So she always with him and whenever the Nick was supporting with the cold, so her mother take care and he cleaned her nose. She looked after Nick properly. So at that time Nick thought that if their parents were not there, so at that time how my life would be. So he imagined himself, I could brush my own teeth with a wall mounted brush and wash my own hairs with pump acting soap. But there was so much that was impossible for me. So at that time he was unable to clean his nose, but he practiced. His mother and father has encouraged him and supported him how to brush his teeth, how to wash his hair, how to have bath, such other things also they made possible for him. So which the before the thing, so at the age of 80 years, this is how he felt that all the things are impossible, that he made it, he practiced it, and he made it all it as possible. Now continue it later.